Usaping impeachment pa rin ho tayo mga kabombo Star Nation. Makakasama ho natin si Attorney Rodel Taton, ang nagsisilbing Dean ng Graduate School of Law ng San Sebastian College, Recoletos. Magandang araw ho sa inyo and welcome sa Bombo Radio Philippines, sa Bombo Network News. Dean Taton, sir, si Bombo Genesis at Bombo Jai ho ito.
Good morning po. Good morning sa ating mga taga-subaybay. No?
Thank you so much
Very
for
happy to join the party.
Thank you so much for joining us, Dean. Tayo po napapanood at napapakinggan live sa ating 32 stations nationwide. Unahin ko pong itanong ho sa inyo yung ukol ho sa misleading questions. Usapin ng misleading questions, I should say. Although may paliwanag na ho dati si Attorney Season about ho dun sa context ng nababanggit na Attorney Ferrer na misleading question. Pero without putting any context dito, anong initial na reaction ho ninyo nung marinig ho ninyo yung sagutan ni na Attorney Kapunan at Attorney Ferrer about dito sa misleading questions? Sir.
Actually, I was listening properly during that time. And kahit ako, I learned about misleading questions like 20 plus years ago. Pero I think I can remember quite pretty well kung ano ang at kailan ba ginagamit ang konsepto ng misleading questions. And I think hindi kailangan siya i-contextualize kasi depende sa tanong kasi, no? It's the question and how the question was asked and on that moment, and no other context could be provided for the objection. That's why sinasabi natin na the objection must be timely and proper, so as called upon by the circumstances. So if you put up a context in a whole scheme of questioning and all that, I think that would be a different story. Because kung kami po ay nag-appear sa korte, pag nagtanong po yung kalaban, dapat mag-object ka kaagad. No? So kasi depende sa tanong.
So, hindi kailangan ng konteksto. Ngayon, sa classroom setting, sir, paano ho ninyo ito ituturo sa mga estudyante ho ninyo sa College of Law? Lalo ho at, televised ho ito.
Yes, this is something that we are learning, especially for the students of the law and those who do not understand the rigors of procedure and evidence presentation sa korte, no? Kasi itong subject na ito, pinag-aaralan nito sa subject na evidence, sa rules of court, no? And medyo technical siya, especially that it relates to practice of law. However, I think one lesson here that should be learned is that we should be able to listen properly during the questioning of the other party, and at the same time we are properly responding, no, and the witness is properly tested, no, kung ano ba talaga ang kanyang kinalaman. Because remember that the purpose of cross-examination is to test the credibility of the witness, but it doesn't necessarily follow that we have to assume facts which were not proven, or we have to assume facts na hindi pa niya natetestify.
And without going into the merits noong impeachment complaints, gusto ko rin pong itanong ho sa inyo yung tungkol sa reklamo ho dati or manifestation ni Attorney Ferrer about sa dapat irespeto ng abogado yung kanyang kapwa-abogado. She was referring doon sa naunang reaction ni Attorney Kapunan na I was about to spank her, sabi niya, which was quote live on television na ipalabas din po natin sa Bombo Radio Philippines. Well, I understand na mayroong thin line tungkol ho rito, pero saan po natin dapat i-draw yung thin line na yan, sir?
Yeah, I think it's basic, no, sa mga abogado that we have to respect each other. Because pag sa korte, we are all officers of the court, no, and I think we have to give utmost respect sa ating mga kalaban, kahit kalaban man sila, no. And because it's a court proceeding, we always have to give the other party that respect that they deserve, no, and under the circumstances. And I think the manifestations are well taken, and I think it should be also reminding all the lawyers appearing before the impeachment court that we are being heard, no, and being watched by the public, no. And I think if the televised hearing is not yet enough, so ano pa ba ang gusto natin, unless we really wanted clout and more clout, no, na we'll be making use of that in the social media, no. But I also cannot prevent, like me, if I have a commentary, sometimes I cannot also prevent myself from putting that on social media, because I think we all are entitled to our own opinions and interpretation of what's happening. And after all, if others na hindi nga nakapag-aral, hindi nakaintindi, may komentaryo, ano pa kaya ang mga mas may nakakaalam, no? So I
Mm.
think it's also has to be viewed in a balanced part, no? Kasi pero pag ikaw po ay nag-a-appear sa korte, as much as possible, we really have to limit this kinds of postings, commentaries, and all that, out of respect, not only to the court but also to the opposing counsels, because we are all doing our job lang after all.
Pero sa court decorum sir, kasi, sa mga hindi ho abogado ano, medyo mahihirapan ho tayong i-draw yung thin line dito kasi nga may mga abogado talaga na with their experience, intimidating yung dating ho nila. So hanggang saan ho ba dapat, yung linya ho diyan kung sakasakali?
Kasi I think we have to go back to the basic purpose of impeachment. Here we are looking at the truth-seeking purpose of this and accountability, but also we know that this is involving political drama. But in the ordinary course of things, no, sa korte halimbawa, hindi naman kailangan nating sumigaw and all the theatrics there. I mean, I've been in the business for like more than 20 years also, and I have seen older lawyers, younger lawyers, and kanya-kanyang style po ang presentation, no? But there are also limits to that we have to be responsible, we have to control our voices, and also I think ang basic lang is tingnan natin kung ano ang purpose talaga ng inyong presentation. Kasi if you want political drama, I think that's too much. But I think I would rather refer to this as a strategy or political strategy, and at the same time coupled with legal strategy.
Okey. Bubujay with your follow-up kay attorney.
Attorney Mayong Aga, sa issue dito kay Attorney
Ay.
Ligutan kasi during the trial, di ba nag-post siya sa Facebook about doon sa misleading questions sa sinagot ni Attorney Ferrer nga na they are allowed, well, according naman kay Attorney Kapunan, di ba, na misleading questions are not allowed on cross. So, sinabi doon ni Attorney Ligutan, no, na even the regular law students nakakaintindi noon na yung misleading questions nga bawal. Sa issue dito kay Attorney Ligutan, ano ba dito, Attorney, nakikita niyo? Legal opinion po ba ito or sub judice, usapin ng sub judice rule?
I think here that is why ang sinasabi natin is that if you are a party to the case, if you are appearing as a counsel for the case, and you are posting something against the other party or against the other lawyer, I think there are some ethical questions on that. I believe, although each of us has an opinion on how things are being done in the impeachment court. However, yun nga ang sinasabi natin na pag tayo po ay may nirepresenta or tayo po ay parte ng impeachment process, tama lamang na limitahan natin ang pagsasalita, pagpo-post, kasi po nasa impeachment proceedings tayo, and there are certain rules and regulations dito sa ating impeachment process. I don't think that it is sub judice, but I think it is more of an ethical question.
Okay, after that, Attorney Susan raised her manifestation, no? Sinabi doon na, you know, yung sinabi ni Attorney Ligutan na bawal yon during the trial. She even reviewed the transcripts, no? Binasa niya ulit yung transcripts na Attorney Ferrer, hindi niya man na-mean doon yung sa misleading questions, yung sinabi niya na they are allowed. Sabi niya, yung sinabi ni Attorney Ferrer na they are allowed ay base dun sa yes or no questions ni Attorney Kapunan. After that, may press conference si defense spokesperson Attorney Michael Powa, sinabi niya na highly charged itong si Attorney Ferrer. That's why may mga nasasabi siyang terms and word. Gaano ka-importante yun, Attorney, no, na ma-separate din yung emotions? Kasi according sa House Prosecution Panel, as we interviewed Representative Zamora, na maybe that was out of her emotion, siguro, why nasabi niya yung allowed yung misleading questions.
I respect the manifestation of Attorney Sison, but I think that it's not the best time to call for your mama to support you or to explain something for you or to rescue you. No, but I think Attorney Ferrer there did a good job as well, being the counsel for the defendant. But on the manifestation, while she is entitled to make the manifestation, I don't think it's really called for, no, na mag-explain tayo kung paano ang konteksto, ano ang nangyari doon. Kasi lahat naman tayo nakikinig, and even the parties are listening, and even the judges were listening. And I think we have to give it to the benefit of those who are listening and the impeachment court that they have all heard all this, no? And wala namang questions sa kanila. And I think to emphasize on that would simply emphasize that there were some errors and that there is a need for explanation for that. I don't say that there were errors, but it was rather a judgment on the lawyer maybe during that time, and I respect them for that. I mean, this is something for the impeachment court to consider.
On Monday, may ilalabas daw na ruling si Presiding Officer Francis Chis Escudero kung may rules ng impeachment court attorney na i-discipline ang mga counsels, no? May mechanism din ba para sa mga senator judges na magkaroon, no, ng apparent leaning habang ongoing itong trial, attorney?
Yes, I agree that with more reason that the impeachment court judges should be also reminded of this, because remember that at the very first time they were able to take their oath of political neutrality, but apparently there are some senators who are acting as counsels for the either of a proper way to remind some members of the court to do their political drama, political strategy, or whatever political leanings in the regular proceedings of the Senate, but not in the impeachment court.
Okay, thank you so much, Attorney Bobo Jen. Anything
Okay,
to
Attorney, thank you so much for joining us. I understand na may morning flight ho kayo ngayong umaga. Again, thank you for joining us sa Bombo Radio Philippines. Ingat po kayo, Attorney.
Maraming salamat po and mabuhay po kayo, and God bless the Philippines.
Mabuhay
Magandang
po
umaga.
kayo. Magandang umaga po, Attorney. Ang Dean ng Graduate School of Law ng San Sebastian College, Recoleta, si Attorney Rodel Taton, mga kabombo.